when Uber came around and I met with Travis, and to Travis's credit, I passed, and he then came back to me at a talk I did in San Francisco, met me, and asked me again to invest in Uber, and I passed again because I was playing defense. I had just bought my first apartment, significant apartment in Manhattan. I'd been less liquid than I'd ever been in my life, and I played defense, and it cost me. And I'm very mad at you for bringing it up.
Well, where I was going with it...
I'm kidding. In fact, I'm sorry to interrupt just to bring value. In fact, it's the best. First of all, in general, the way I live life is like, okay, I would have made that investment. Clearly, with $500 million more in liquid, my life would be different than it's been the last 7 years. And I always say to myself, cool, I could have made that investment, but that might have led to me being in different places at different times. And maybe while I was crossing the street in San Francisco at a meeting, I would have been hit by a car, and I might be dead right now if I invested in Uber. I mean this. I know it's like a giggle, but that's how I think about life. Like the butterfly effect, like you never know. And so like, I don't know, as I sit here today, happy everyone in my life is healthy, I'm thrilled I passed on Uber twice and missed out on $500 million because I'm alive. Thank you.
Well, I'm glad I brought that up.
The single statement that I hate most in society is nice guys finish last. I think it's a very poisonous concept, and I believe that kindness is the foundation of my financial success.
That's great.
And I think people are confused about that. You know, somebody, thank you for those accolades, but I'm empathetic enough to know someone sitting there right now thinking, I've been kind, but people have walked all over me my whole life. If you believe that in this crowd, you have to ask yourself, were you being kind or were you trying to manipulate a situation? A lot of times people give with expectation. True kindness is giving without expectation. When you're giving with expecting something in return, that's closer to manipulation than kindness.
How do you see that in terms of a leadership style, right? And especially in a work environment where you need to demand, you need to deliver.
Yeah, I mean, right before we did this, I asked you who's in here. CIOs, B2B, partners, sales, marketing, tech. So I was like, wow, what a diverse group. But the one thing I can tell you is for anybody here who has an employee that reports to them, that connects all of us in this room. I think a lot about management. I by nature believe in positivity and some of the stuff you're starting to sense from me on stage. On the flip side, I told you earlier, my father